welcome to today's series, and here we go with the round of 8 in the players of the Amateur League of the Alpha SC2 Team League. And we're here on King's Cove as the first map for this game, for the first map of this matchup. And we're in the top left hand corner, and there we have the player representing EESC, and his name is Aramos, and he is the Red Terran. His opponent right there in the bottom right hand corner, he's representing the Vengeance Fishing Club. Here we go with our blue Zerg player. It's Fjant. And as you can see, expansion first, gas and pool, standard stuff going on here. Reaper into high ground expansion. So, yeah. Wants to be safe there against any maybe possible early pushes, early rushes to get the SCV sniped or whatever. And therefore, yeah, he's just not building it on the low ground. So yeah, Reaper will not get the drone. Oh, but I mean, there will not be anything in terms of the hatchery here, but the drone also will become an extractor. And slow Zerglings are not going to change this, I guess. Oh, he's actually trying. Okay, he wants to delay, but I think he has restarted this 4 times now. And he lost the drone. Wow, this is pretty much unlucky, but I think, is it even worth starting it the 3rd time? I mean, you're losing 90. No, you're okay. No, you're losing 6 only. Man, I was miscalculating there for just a second. I was like, okay, you get 19 back. That is not enough, and it's actually not worth it. But actually, it is. Never mind what I just said, guys. So yeah, we have an additional queen in the main base. We have one of the queens trying to get something done over here, I guess the 3rd base, yes, and it's there now instead of having it placed on the right hand side. But let's take a look over to the left, where we have the expansion coming over for Aramos. He's going for Hellions now, and the Liberator is on the way. So yeah, Hellions trying to get something done. Some Zerglings will be there, some Queens are there as well. But he's not getting the surround, so he's not getting anything killed here. Creep spread is getting any further already for Fjant, so it might be the case that he can actually get something done there. So Queens getting back. He has 3 Queens over there, so it's enough Queens actually. This base is not going to go down. He can just reposition the Queens, trying to get in with the Zerglings, trying to wrap around the army and maybe take something out of this game. Because the health points in the hatchery is not going to play that big of a factor in this game. But let's take a look at this, because this might. But not if you're going in like that, right? No micro here though, no micro. The queen goes down, units will as well, but we also have last Hellion going down there as well. 4 drones, 5 drones, and the queen went down as well. And you can see that the lava also is going to be taken down there, so it's production taken out, and the Liberator in the end will be able to leave. And therefore, yeah, let's see. Oh, the queen though. Oh boy, that was close. Okay, so we have 2 creep tumors there. We have 1 now being here, because the other ones have been taken out. So we're on 3 bases for Fjant, +2 is finished. He's going for melee attacks, he's going for centrifugal hooks. So Ling Baining should be the case right here. And he's taken 2 additional gases, 3 additional gases, 4 additional gases. Will it be Mula Ling Bane though? Let's wait until we see the next tech building there. And in the meantime, going over to Aramos, where we have the third command center finished already. He's just oversaturating his expansion just a bit. And then, yeah, going for upgrades besides this. Does he have anything finished? Yeah, Stim is finished already. Combat shields are on the way. And these are 2 more barracks coming up. And +1/+1 upgrades. Not too bad either. Yeah, Sken goes down. Wants to see everything in the main base. Doesn't get to see this Hydra then though. So it's no Muta tech for now. It's going to be Hydras. Okay, Liberator is back. 13 kills on that one actually. And he gets 2 more. 3 more. And the Queen goes down as well. I mean, there's no other attack, so I think... Yeah, this is a little sloppy by Fjant actually. Aramos just, yeah, trying to make the best out of it. And he's getting more and more. And will he get another Queen? Transfuse goes down. Oh, that was close. But at least he gets the Liberator finally after it has 20 kills or something. So pretty nice Liberator there for Aramos. And if you just take a look at the numbers, yeah, you see that the Terran has something good there as well. He's up by 7 workers, which is not ideal for the Zerg in that case. And also his army count looks better than his opponents. And also upgrades. You can see 1-1 is finished. Well, we just have that happen in just a second for... Now it's the case for Fjant as well. Fjant though, going for +2 immediately. While we don't have Aramos going for the second upgrade then. Yeah, the Bane not really doing anything there. A Medivac is going across the map, which is not fully loaded. And we have 2 Medivacs coming in from the top there. Still, Fjant is on 3 bases, trying to take the 4th here, it's on the way. But yeah, will he be able to hold? I mean, there's a multi-prom aggression incoming. This is going to take down a lot. And there's the drop to the 2nd base. Yeah, he will take down a worker or 2 there. Well, there's also this push on the top. I mean, it's just more and more stuff coming in there. 5 workers taken down. And that should be a lift, right? Yeah, at least 1 Baneling connects, and you can see the number of Marines going down pretty much immediately. But again, he's dropping in this 3rd base location, taking out more and more workers. 13 went down now, and workers going down as well. Lifts again, 3 Marines still being there. Not the big number that he wants to have, but being up 18 workers, that might be the number that he was aiming for, or at least the direction which his harassers were aiming for. So yeah, 4th base for Aramos is on the way. Some more barracks will be there. And this is the fusion core, guys. Is he going for battlecruisers though, or is it just for the advanced ballistics? I guess advanced ballistics should be it, right? He's going for liberators as well. And we just had 3 scans to see all the bases and everything that is going down for Fjant at the moment. This might have been a Baneling or 2, or some Marines or whatever. At least, command center has been stopped building, and he's not throwing down anything, not sending over an SCV to do so. When is he going to do that? I mean, yeah, there it is. This little boy is like, okay, I'm going to finish the job, guys. But in the meantime, let's try and take a look over here. 3 workers went down again. And, oh boy, the infestation pit goes down as well. Another nice pick here for Aramos, but Hive is finished. So if he wasn't planning on building infestors, that's not that big of a deal, because the crucial thing is finished already. But then we have the Terran moving out. Oh, 2 tanks actually getting caught, what is pretty much off guard there. But Fjant looks like he's going to have a rough time here. Just taking a look at the army, it's 13 Hydras, 15 Zerglings and 3 Banes. We have 4 ultras on the way, so he really needs to buy some time. Maybe the creep spread will be enough to buy it. But yeah, let's see if that's actually the case. So yeah, he's putting up all this stuff. So Aramos taking position here, and he's also attacking the back. 8 workers went down and the medevac was falling afterwards. But then again, we have some ultras with the army now. Will it be enough for Fjant to defend? He's down in terms of supply. He did take some pretty big hits in terms of economy, and the tanks are exposed here. Looks like Fjant is going to crush the army, right? And there we go, last tank falls. And that's going to be it. Aramos has to go back home. And yeah, the +3 attack, +3 melee attack there for Fjant, really doing a good job. But you don't want to stand in that area right there. You don't want to have your Ultralisks liberated, right? But yeah, he's just going straight to the second base because he doesn't want to fight for the planetary. He doesn't want to fight against the liberators, or in liberator range at least. You can see he's pretty much focusing the liberators in a nice fashion here. Doesn't really get them. I mean, in the end he takes them all out, but at what cost, guys? He sacrificed a lot there to actually take out the liberators. But also, resetting the liberator count might actually be a pretty good move though, right? So, okay, we have Fjant, yeah, rebuilding his forces. His 4th base is up. 4th base of Aramos has been flown over. He's scanning over there to the right. He wants to know if there's a base. And the creep spread is going further, bit by bit. Some queens are there, putting out some new creep tumors. But yeah, Liberators seems to be the unit here. Advanced Ballistics should be... yeah, it's on the way now. There it is. And there's going to be another drop. And Fjant actually taken into account. Let's actually take a look at that. Workers kill count is 38 to 9. So heavily in favor of Aramos, or heavily disadvantaged here for Fjant, having lost a lot of workers, also being behind in terms of workers against the Terran. Yeah, but also Aramos on what is now 5 bases. His worker count looks still okay, but it's getting a little high here. So let's see. Medevac scouts that there's a base.
Reporting for action.
Circling run by setting up. And yeah, I can't imagine Fjant actually running into this. We have a scan to the main base over here. The medevac is still standing over there, and we'll just go for the third, the 5th base. Yeah, and you can see Zerglings already doing quite a bit of damage. Adrenal glands is finished, and that actually is going to cost a lot of money there. So yeah, base goes down, Marines, all of them still alive, and Aramos is going for the attack move here. Has a lot of liberators actually. He's freeing all the creep spread here. But then again, Zerglings are there. Some workers went down, the command center will go down, but let's take a look at the fight there, because fighting in liberator range, oh boy, I mean, didn't he realize? He just lost a hell lot of units. I mean, the number of liberators is just crazy and ridiculous. But where does he go from here? And yeah, it should have been a spire, which is going to fall. Oh, actually, yeah, it's 2 spires. Wow. Okay, so at least he's going to clear that one up. But with the liberators coming in, and almost no anti-air except for a queen. 5 queens in total, but obviously a lot of them are at their bases trying to Oh, the Marines actually took down the Hydras that were reinforcing, and now the Spire is going down. What? I wasn't expecting that, guys. So yeah, two Marines being lifted now. And I think Fjant is yeah, in a rough position. Another base has been taken by Aramos, and he's just sending over all of his units, reinforcing what is on the other side of the map. So let's see how he's slowly but steady sieging forward with the Liberators. Advanced Ballistics doing their stuff, and yeah, will the very low number of Corruptors actually be enough here? I mean, as long as they siege and there's nothing to attack the air, that's fine. But as long as the Marines are there trying to do their thing, it's going to be a bad trade overall for Fjant. And yeah, you can see doubling the army supply. Marines are now streaming in, and I can't really imagine Fjant taking this game from here on out. He's just too far behind. We have the next fight going on. Baneling's not really getting good connections, but the 4th base has been taken out, so Fjant being down to 4 bases again. This one to the left hand side, to the bottom center. It's actually just mineral mining. I mean, there's no more energy on the Medivacs for Aramos, but still, Fjant is in a pretty rough spot. And even if he gets like the miracle connects with all of his Banes, that is not going to help that much. As long as the Liberators just stand. We have another scan going down right there. So I guess he's going to send over some units to just take out the base and do their job right there. While he himself is up to 6 bases, forcing Fjant to go down to 5. And I think this is the last desperation that he's going for. And is he actually going to win this? I mean, even if he is, at what cost, guys? I mean, there's some Corruptors. Hydras are not really doing a thing. 12 workers went down right here at the bottom because there's another Liberator doing his thing. And now he's just pushing forward. He's trying to take out some of these Overlords. And I think it's time, guys. I think it's time. The Liberators moving forward. And we have all of them being sieged up right here in the front of the 2nd base. And there's the GG by Fjant, which means that Aramos is going to take the 1st point for EESC. And we're on year 0 for the 2nd map right here in this best of 5 clan war. Top left hand corner we have our red Zerg. He's representing the Vengeance Fishing Club and his name is Nimzo. Over in the top right, a Terran, there he is. The blue one for ESC, it's Orcrist. And so we have another TVZ going on. And again, the Terran belongs to ESC. So, will it have the same outcome as before? That might be the question here. Or can Nimzo just take the game from there? So, as you can see, it's going to be, or it was, I mean, it's finished. It was Gas and Pool before Hatchery there. Zerglings are on the way over, which was scouted by this little brave SCV there. And yeah, he actually has his patterns, like going across, going in, going out. That might be the pattern for expansion first. So he actually leaves before the Zerglings spawn or whatever. But yeah, Zerglings are on the way already. Nothing to do there. Yeah, let's see what the Reaper can do. 6 Zerglings on the way over. Oh boy. And actually, I think it would be nice if he would just go for the SCV, and there we go, he gets the snipe. And I guess that might already be worth it, right? Okay, he's damaging the command center just a bit. That is not really doing that much. Still, yeah, the Reaper is at least bound at home. Okay, but finally he cleaned up the mess. SCV of Orcrist just trying to scout for the 3rd. Sees nothing there though. But what is going on besides this? We have a 2nd gas coming up, as well as the Roachhorn in the main base. So 2 gases and almost finished layer attack. So we might actually see roaches kind of soon. Okay, Nidus network and a second Roach Warren? What do you want to go for with the second Roach Warren? Or is he just trying to block the point here, the choke? Or is it a misclick? I mean, you don't have to go for both upgrades at the same time, right? Okay, Reaper at least gets out and he knows what time it is. And you can see all the Marines patrolling over there. They know what time it is, guys. It's time to defend the Nidus. Yeah, having the second Roach Warren doesn't make any sense at all. But it's actually ridiculous how long this is going to survive. And kaboom, baby, queens come out. We have the transfuses going down. No, actually they're not, but is it going to be enough? Another Nidus being dropped and the Marines going down left and right. We have the Roaches trying to do their best. I think just try to take out as many units as possible would be the nicest thing to do here. The queens are getting lower and lower, as do the Roaches, but the next Nidus is going to finish right there. We have Orcrist under pressure here. Nimzo just did it, I think. Oh yeah, did he actually? We have the tank coming in, and there's a lot of workers trying to repair it. Everything's going to be repaired, and there's the tank going down, and this might be it, guys. Orcrist, I mean, his worker count isn't really that bad, but he lost all of his mining here. He lost 15 workers and was put down to 20. So let's see how this is going to end up, actually. I mean, he could still play this out, don't get me wrong, because his worker count is kind of fine. But will he get the number of units up that he needs? Because he's at 6 supply, right? He has 6 Marines. And I don't see this one happening, guys. Oh boy, what is he doing? Another Nidus. Okay, he sees it and is like, what to do, guys, what to do? And another Nidus right in the face of Orcrist, and he's like, okay, I'm going down now. Try to do your best, man. But yeah, will he be able to repair? It's lowering the depot. He really wants to have the depot standing. And Nidus comes out there with 2 Roaches in it, and they're not coming out as well. So, what's going on? I mean, Nimzo is just trying to do his thing here. Orcrist actually not being that far behind. I mean, he still has the base in the bottom right. But he's losing some workers now again, and losing the workers will be the big thing. I mean, I think if Nimzo would just focus the workers here, he would have had a way better shot to already have the GG out of here. But as long as the workers are alive, and as long as they're repairing, as long as there is enough resources, he's just taking out the units in the long run. But yeah, I mean, at what cost always is the question. Nevertheless, this should be kind of alright for Orcrist. Tank is there now, and I think the queen will go down in the end as well. So I mean, we have 2 Nidus right there in the main base, 2 Roaches still trying to do something. But at least he held the attack. Nimzo in the meantime at least managed to produce a few workers, so he has a small lead at least. But still, he wasn't really going on with the push. But he again is now going for 6 more workers, and that is actually going to build a very big lead there. So yeah, scan goes down, wants to have the creep cleared so he can build some buildings. Roche is going back into the Nidus, nothing really happening there. A third base is set up for Nimzo, and I think if he's just playing this one out right, Nimzo should be winning this game, right? But let's not forget about this one. This is the main base command center that was actually saved from the main base, flown away. And yeah, it's just set up in the bottom right. Guess another scan will be used, or at least the Nidus will be taken out. Okay, so nothing being dropped from the Nidus there. We still have a Nidus right there in front of it. But I'm not sure if Nimzo actually wants to unload the roaches here. So yeah, another scan. Finally the creep will go back where it comes from. And there we go, he's actually unloading. And yeah, he's leaving some of the roaches behind, but some of them... Oh, he's mistaken there. I think he was instantly going to the bottom right, and if he would have not returned there for just a second, I think he could have taken out a few more of those workers. I'm not sure if he will get any at all now. But I mean, the Marines are pretty low there. So he could actually take out a few of those as well. Okay. Finally cleared up there. Still, Orcrist 13 workers behind. Army count also getting higher again for Nimzo. He's building a lot of roaches here. He's also going for the Baning Nest, as well as +1, which is about to finish. And that might be a big thing. Also, still the Overseer is right there, so there could be the Nidus again in the main base to just fall into the middle line from the top side of things. Orcrist though, now trying to make his way to the other side, through the bottom of the map. So, where are all the units? Okay, now interesting move there, going for +1 carapace and +1 melee attack. And then there's attack to the third base. One queen goes down, second queen being caught by concussive shot, still staying alive though, and now we have the roaches coming in, and I guess that's the end of this attack for now. Because it's just too much, guys. Also, every time he's stimming, he kind of needs to fight, because the number of medivacs you can see, it's non-existent. There's not a single medivac. There's not a single medivac on the way even. Do we even have a starport anywhere? Yes, we have, right here. And we have another command center being built in the main. But the Overseer actually sees this kind of instantly. So I wouldn't be too surprised to see Nidus, and there he goes again. Also, we have an Overseer at the bottom, so there could be a second Nidus right here in the face of the second base. Yeah, it's actually the second base now. Okay, Nidus is getting started, but this is not going to go up, but this one is. Yeah, Cancel goes down, and also he just saw the whole army out of position, so I think he should just go down and take down a lot of stuff here. And you can see Orcrist knows that this is going to happen, or he expects this to happen. So he's just going for the evacuation and reposition his main base over to the one that is one spot lower. Okay, tanks getting sieged. This Nidus is not going to go up there. And in terms of army supply, I think Orcrist is not really doing that bad. I mean, he's 10 supply behind. Yeah, now 13. But he's going to build... he's going to finish some of the stuff there as well, so he's going to catch up. Nevertheless, I mean, his army in theory is stronger. If you just fight roaches and you have tank marine marauder, I think it's pretty safe to say that the Terran would win. So I'm kind of surprised actually that Nimzo lets this happen. That he didn't really keep up the pressure, and Orcrist was able to get back into the game. And that actually is incredible. And I'm really excited to see how this is going to play out then. So, Orcrist now on the run. I mean, the army supply looks pretty good. The only thing that he really lacks is the upgrades. You can see it's +1 ranged and +1 melee attack for Nimzo and +2 carapace. And now we have him going in. There's just one medivac. It's not really able to heal anything here. But with the tanks being sieged up, and he's just sniping the base, and then he should fall back into siege tank range. And that's what he does. Here we go. Biles raining down on top of the tanks, but not really taking out one of them even. Wow, and Orcrist taking a very, very good fight here, while also taking out the base. The Terran really fighting back for this one. I mean, there still is a third base for Nimzo. And yeah, you can see the workers killed count is incredibly in favor of Nimzo, but still, is that the one deciding the game here? I think it's not anymore, because the worker count is actually better for Orcrist. The army count is actually better for Orcrist. The only thing that he doesn't have is upgrades. And they just started. +1/+1 is started. Still, Nimzo is going to finish +2/+2/+2. So all the upgrades are at +2 then, in just a second. And will he actually make a push out of this? Is he able to push into something like this? I mean, there's just one medivac. That's one of the weak points for Orcrist as well. No medivacs, no healing at all. And he's turning around again. He scans this army and he's getting out of there again. Is he actually going to siege here, trying to attack the army? Okay, he's going to siege down here. And let's see what the tanks can actually do. Because I don't see this one happening for Nimzo anymore. The Biles raining down, but how much stuff can they take out? I think it actually was enough. The Biles did the job here, taking out the tanks. Oh boy, Nimzo, but is he going to carry this one through? I'm not sure if Orcrist really had to fight there. I'm really not sure if you would just siege there and try and fight. I mean, yes, you're in an awkward spot there, but maybe you just try to get in a position while Nimzo is attacking the base. You just fall into his back instead of trying to get a position here where there. I mean, you're putting yourself into some sort of a spot where the concave is really big for the Zerg player and he can just do whatever he wants. And also, if you see the number of Ravages that are there, and you see your number of tanks, and you siege them, you kind of accept that either they deal the damage before they fall, or as soon as the Biles go down, the tanks will go down with it, right? So, nevertheless, Nimzo really taking a strong position again. We have another drop going down to the bottom left though. But will he be able to hold right here? He's walking into tank range. Ravagers shooting at the tanks. There we go. The Biles raining, taking down anything. We have the workers being taken out one by one. The drop on the other side actually taking out the extractor. But what else is he going to keep taking out here? Nimzo in the meantime on the right hand side, he's marching forward. We have some reinforcements trying to get back. This base might get sacked again. Yeah, workers being pulled away, or they just go to the other base then. And now slowly but steady, the base in the bottom right is going to be attacked. Orcrist is under pressure here. His army supply looks pretty bad, but that was the case before in this game. So let's see if it's actually going to get killed this time. And it pretty much looks like it, right? I mean, still Orcrist has 2 bases, but where would you put your units? He's actually evacuating this base again as well. Trying to reposition to the main potentially. Yes, he is. Oh boy, this is a weird game, but it's funny to watch, I think. It's very interesting how players deal with stuff like that. And also, Orcrist just having the bases at the bottom. What? The only problem he has is he has no units left, right? So I think he can't really come back from this. But I said this before. So will he be able to? Or will Nimzo throw this time? He's up to 200 supply and he just needs to push through here, I guess. You can see 37 workers again fell. Orcrist down in terms of workers. Army supply 5 times as high for Nimzo. And he's just started stepping forward right there. And I don't see anything happening here but the GG, and that's the case right there. Orcrist giving up, and Nimzo is going to take the 1-1 for the Vengeance Fishing Club. Well guys, we have a thing happening again. One of the players is not present. Seems like he was called to work or whatever, but Darroweve is not available, so therefore the game JustForSkill versus Darroweve is going to be a free win for EESC, and we're going for game 4 then next. And we ended up in game 4. Here we go. In the top left hand corner of Port Alexander, the man who's representing EESC and therefore fights for the match point with this game. It's NuRoad. And he's trying to do that with gas and pool before hatchery, as you can see. So, let's see if that is going to work out against the player spawning in the bottom right hand corner. He's representing the Vengeance Fishing Club right here, and he wants to force the ace match with a win. We have Aramos right here as the Protoss, and he's starting with the gateway into expansion build. The probe actually patrolling over here, so we have NuRoad going for this base now. And yeah, what else is he going to do? I mean, speed should be a thing here, right? Or isn't it? Yeah, we have a follow, Mr. Circling Soup. Thanks for this, man. That's awesome. So yeah, what is he doing now? Okay, he's going for speed finally, but he's not stopping the gas mining. So is he actually aiming for a potential Baneling bust to get in here? Not sure if that would actually work out. But why else would you just go on mining? Yeah, Roach, Warren and Nidus. That might be the second best guess I have there. Oh, maybe even, I would say it's not even the second best guess. Taking into account the stage of the game and that Nidus is that strong. Yeah, but where do we have the tier 2 then? Or is he just marching across the map with the Ravager push? Could be the case as well. I mean, if you take down one of the pylons, you might not unpower all the buildings. You might even not unpower... I mean, maybe you unpower this one if you take out the pylon over here. Nevertheless, you also take the maximum supply number down, and that might actually be the same thing as taking down the gateways, right? You simply can't produce. And 8 roaches are on the way. Zergling's going over already. And I think, yeah, let's see if Aramos is going to hold this. There's a pylon. I mean, this looks like he's afraid of a Nidus, isn't he? And the first unit's coming out here. The Adept, is he going to scout anything here? I mean, he's going in and he does not see any workers, and that might be a very big tell here. And is he recalling the Adept then? He should do it, right? Okay, units knocking on the front door here. Sentry's trying to do something. One of the Adepts goes down already. Roaches pressuring in. We have the first shield battery finishing, and that might be a big help here. And also, the problem will be though, having this one taken down with no cybercore. There's no stalkers. With no stalkers, there's no air and no range. Also, no depths, no sentries. And this might be it, guys. NuRoad has taken down the wall, and he's just inside of this base. And how is he going to hold this with just zealots to open? I'm not sure if he can. And also reinforcements are coming in. NuRoad is on the edge of taking the game right here and taking down the Vengeance Fishing Club. With going to the main base, workers have to be pulled by Aramos. And yeah, this might be it, guys. We have the Zerglings coming in. and I can't see this one happening. Abyss still ahead in terms of workers, but he's going to lose a lot. Pylon being taken out. There's no Immortal coming out for Abyss in this game, and therefore let's try to take a look at the GG, and there it is. We have Abyss giving up the game, and therefore NuRoad is taking this 4th map, and therefore the win for EESC. So yeah, EESC is going on to the semifinals.